Hi guys, it's Rstar26 with Bitter Old Goons Gaming, coming at you live right now with Kerbal Space Program. We're going to get back into a game that we started streaming a little while ago, and see if we can't continue pushing our way towards the moon. I'm sure there's going to be lots of accidents and crashes and everything like that along the way, but join us, and we're always looking for tips and tricks and things like that to help us make our game easier. And yeah, I'm looking forward to having an evening of this. So let's get back into it. I think if we just click start game and resume our save, it's going to take off where we were. Here's Bog right here. 132,000 bucks. 1 year, 1 day. That's the one that we want. Here's our VAB. It's been a while since we've been here. I'm not too sure what we got permissions and things like that. So first thing we're going to do is go to mission control. See what we have active. Test a heat shield in flight and orbit. So yeah, we haven't orbited yet. I do remember that. What else do we got here? Focused observational survey of Kerbal. I don't really like doing those ones that ask for you to go to a certain place because I'm really not that good at this game. Got a pile of hours into it, but focused. Solid booster. This one wants us to go between 170,000 and 180,000 meters, which seems like more than suborbital, but I think we can probably take that. I don't even know if we can. No, we've got two missions that we got to do: orbit and test the heat. Flight. We got to run test on it between 44,000 and 54,000 meters. I think that should be easy enough to do. Let's go to the VAB and see what we've got as far as ships built. We got Bog 3. What does Bog 3 look like? A big ship. Holy mackerel. Our delta on it. (3,800 meters per second). Which I don't think is enough to get us into orbit. I think we need about 4,500. Maybe that's to get to moon. I can't quite recall. But let's try it anyways. I just want to make it all rigid. Now I just want to have a look here too at how many parts. Yeah, we're maxed out on parts for this ship, so. Well, what the heck. Let's launch it. We got our Bog logo. Looks good. Trying to remember how you zoom in. There we go. Let's take it to the launch pad and see what it's all about. Got SAS? We do have SAS. We have RCS? We do, but I don't think we have any RCS on the ship. Check our staging here too. I think we've got to restage this rocket. Everything else looks pretty good. We are sitting a little cockeyed here, but launch her up and see what we do. At 100 meters per second, we'll start to pitch. Pitch the ship down. Not pitching at all. I think there's probably too much thrust for it to be pitching the way we want it to pitch right now. But I have to wait for these solid boosters to finish burning. Should have a little bit more control of the spacecraft now. Yeah, there we go. Bring our nose down and use gravity to start pulling us over. Should have more control over the spacecraft here now. And we're going to want to hold this attitude here. We're actually already almost in orbit here, so this has been a pretty good launch as far as launches go, so for me anyways. Just gonna kill our engine here because I'm sure that this is gonna take us into at 92,000. We might even be able to circularize this sucker. We're going to wait till we get to our apoapsis, which is 92,557 meters. I'm going to pitch the ship down. Once we hit that 92,000, we're going to hit that engine pretty hard here. And we're going to burn towards our apoapsis, and hopefully circularize our orbit. I can do min and mid miss too as well, Aaron. I've done a geocentric orbit with a satellite as well in another game save file I have. But other than that, no, I have not done anything too impressive. But it's fun as hell, isn't it? Okay, we're almost at 92,557. There we go. We're gonna hit our engines at max. Let's see where that gets us. I don't think we're going to be able to circularize this. I really don't. We're already pushing our apoapsis down. Yeah, there goes that one. I just want to cut this a little bit here, and I want to aim up. At the very least, what I would like to do is increase this. No, it's just going to go down. This was another unsuccessful flight. Don't have enough oomph to get into orbit. Oh, it's totally like realistic in the sense that you're playing on a planet that's not the size of Earth and all that, but Man, it's just so much fun to build things and see what you can do, so... We'll enjoy the view for a minute or two. And I'm going to test the heat shield once we start coming back in here. At least we'll get the science for that. So I think it was 55,000 and 44,000. So I'm gonna ditch this. We're gonna decouple that, and I'm gonna turn this, and I'm gonna watch for that 55,000. It's gonna come up pretty quick here. 54,000. Once we get below 54,000, I can. Oh, why can't I run a test on it? Oh, it's the little heat shield. Son of a gun. Okay, well, we'll just advance time and come back in. Recover the ship. I haven't played with any of the mods that expand the universe. I do have a bunch of graphics mods and things like that on the game, but I haven't done any kind of expansion. I figured I'd at least try to get to Duna or something like that before we expand the universe. Huh, whoops. I think Jeb might be dead. Let's revert to the VAB. We're gonna just switch up this ship a little bit. We need the smaller heat bulb. Where is that heat shield? Yeah, you know, I've tried building rovers and things like that with no luck, but I think it's a lot of just trial and error. That's the great thing about this game. You'd be the first to admit that I'm not very good, but it's fun as hell to try and get to other places and things like that. So we've got the other heat shield on. And one thing I wanted to look at was maybe limiting the thrust on these boosters, because we've got very little control of the ship. Problem with these big suckers is that they burn for so long, so let's maybe switch them out to smaller guys. These ones should be a bit better. I'll have to move them down a bit. Couplers down. Sit. Or... I don't want them to be in line, so we're gonna have to move these decouplers down. That should do the trick. We want 2 of them. That should do. So we got 1.96, our thrust weight ratio. which is pretty good. I'm going to adjust it down just a touch so that we're at about 1.5. That's kind of where I like to go, 1.3. Somewhere. So that should give us a little better control. We should be able to fix our angle. It always flips it. Yeah, it's just because there's that little bit of atmosphere, right? When you go to Moon and Minmus, there's no atmosphere. So I think that maybe when you get to Duna, there's still... It's a lot like Mars, right? It's our Mars analog in this game. And that atmosphere, that little tiny atmosphere is just enough, I think, to manhandle a rover. Here we are. Just going to restage this here and then save the rocket so that we can actually run that test. Here we go, she's a beauty sitting on the launch pad. Crank up our thrust, we'll turn SAS on, turn RCS on even though we don't have any RCS on spacecraft. And we are going to launch. That's a lot of thrust. So we'll start pitching over at 100 meters again. Actually gonna peel that back. Yeah, there's way more control now. We're still going too fast, but I do have control of the rocket. See, we're already pitching over. Last time we were not pitching over at all. We do have a bit of a wobble going. We've got some spaghetti action going on. Rocket here. There. Just want to have a look at what my apoapsis is. 21,000. Ah, you run out of power. I haven't played too much with the solar power yet, so I haven't gotten far enough to have the expandable panels and things like that, so lonely out in space.
That's why you party? Boy, you really are 17.
Why do you party?
To get riggedy wrecked, son!
Thanks, Hypebot. So once that apoapsis gets above 70,000 meters, we're going to cut the engine. Thanks, Reddish Marmot. Appreciate that. I don't even know if we're going to have enough gas to get above with these two smaller engines, actually. Should be enough for us to test that that heat shield, though. Oh yeah, we did make orbit. Actually, we've still got quite a bit of fuel left, too. nose the ship down here. That's a pretty good arc. It's not going to take too much to push the ship into a circular orbit. We'll try to circularize it as much as we can. Since we're up here, why not? We're really just trying to get that heat shield test, so... Yeah, 71,000, we're waiting for 72,000. And we are going to fire that engine right about now. Stretch it as far as we can. We can make landfall in a different zone. We can maybe do some science experiments. Get some more science that way. We do have a nearly circular orbit here. Not quite. We lost the engine here. That was a pretty good run. That's a good stretch. And it looks like we are going to land somewhere on land, right on the cusp of land here. So, see what we can do for science experiments. But our main goal is to test that heat shield. So we'll ditch that. That. Ready to run a test. Waiting for 54,000 meters. Right, keeping our eyes peeled. I don't want to smash the ship like I did last time, so I'm just gonna... I'll accelerate time shortly here once we get under 60,000 meters, after we do the test. Okay, we should be good to run our test here. Run test. Got it. Sweet. Accelerate time a little bit here. Come back into the atmosphere. Generating some heat. Can we not deploy or shoot? Oh yeah, it's already deployed, so we should be good at 1,300 feet here, or meters here. We should stop burning up shortly here. we go. And it looks like we will make landfall. Oh, we might clear this peninsula. I don't know. Oh, we should be okay. If we touch land, we can EVA. It's going to be awfully close, so I don't think we're going to make it. We're falling down now. Straight down. We're going to touch water. We'll do some science experiments anyways. We'll see if we get any sign. I don't think we will, but... we definitely need to get some more cash so that we can upgrade our VAB, or no, our launch pad, so that we can have more than 30 parts. That's a big issue. Let's just work out of it. Oh, we get 4 science for that. We might as well that experiment. I mean, barracks. We've got the barometric pressure reading, log pressure data, science, and we've got the temperature reading, science, and we might as well EVA. We'll take a crew report here too. And we'll EVA Geb, and we take an EVA board the craft and recover the vessel. So that'll give us a little bit of extra science we can hopefully spend on something. I can't recall how much we have, but we'll check it out anyway. $59 science and parts recovered. Let's go to R&D facility. Oh good, we're going to be able to unlock I was hoping to get 90 so that we can unlock an advanced flight control and we can have some mech jeb. I do enjoy my mech. I think we'll take advanced rocketry for now. Use that Terrier. This Terrier engine is a good engine for getting into orbit. That. Over to the mission control. Drove chute. I hate those ones that have such a low... swivel engine in orbit. The rest are these ones here. I hate these ones. Observational surveys. Garbage. 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 $390 and $400,000. I don't know if I like that, but we'll take it anyways. I want to see, so yeah, that's expensive. Very expensive. Oh, so maybe it's the VAB 25, yeah. We need to come up with 225 grand. I don't think we have that much reputation. I was going to convert some of that into some cash, but I guess we just got to make some cash. But we've got some new parts, so we're going to build a new rocket. We're going to scrap this sucker and start from scratch, so bear with me as we work to build a new rocket. I know of a few other ways we can get some additional science. We can go to the poles, etc. Throw a heat shield on this, or we'll just go with the small guy. I love this Terrier. It's an awesome engine. Don't want that reliant swivel. I wonder if we use these thuds. They vector. They would give us some attitude. We're gonna need more thrust though. Sure. Added for these right there. $12 of fuel, that's all we have. We'll need more. at? How many parts are we at? 30. Engine. We would actually get quite a bit of thrust if we had a few of these guys on the outside of this sucker. 24 seconds. It's 3,600. What if we coupled that? Just turn these up. Coupler. Or here, that. Put a couple solid boosters on this. Where are we at? 23 of 30. Back up. At 4,500 per second of delta. So we want to add our chutes. We're going to add our... What do we have for control? You have mech jeb, so I want to definitely put mech jeb on here. I only need one though. Science going. Probably add some nose cones. Okay, so that's going to max out our ship. We got 4,400 meters per second of delta, which is pretty good. We should be able to get into orbit with that. Our thrust weight ratio in this first stage is 1.8, so we're going to crank that down. 1.35. And we're going to crank this sucker down too, because that's going to be way too high here. Crank that way down. Still gives us way too thrust. Let's just check this engine. Oh, I think, yeah. That's the fuel amount. Gotta click on the engine. There we go. If we limit the thrust pretty good on this thing and then we throttle it down, we should conserve quite a bit of fuel. And then this engine, we're gonna have to throttle that now. Good. This one we're gonna have to throttle back. The thrust ratios are just super high. I think we'll leave that at 50 because we should be in orbit by the time we have to use that, or close to it. Yeah, we'll leave that one at max as well too. So what we want to do is stage these guys now. Fire at the same time. So we lost a whole stage there. So what we're going to do is we're going to readjust the thrust limit. There. And adjust this down again. They may join. What I don't want to see happen is this thing, the solid fuel, burn before. We may have to run a bit of a higher. Yeah. Adjust this back. 6. We'll try that. This is gonna take off like a friggin'. I'm not gonna have probably any control over this rocket as it comes up, especially with no fins on it. Maybe I should put some fins on it. I don't know. Fly it. We'll see what it's like. Sucker. Let's call it. I think that last one was Bog 3. The other thing we want to do is readjust that coupler and change the pressure on this, the altitude. Okay, let's see what we can do. So, here we are. Time launch. We do have pretty good control. I guess it's these rocket engines here. We are taking off like a banshee though. That was scary. I think that those engines hit these engines here. We're just going to cut our engines at 70,000, and once we get to our apoapsis, we're going to burn this engine again. I'm going to restage this again so that that engine fires simultaneously. Get down. "16 seconds we're going to burn. 9 seconds. One, fire. Here we go. So we have achieved orbit. Should be a stable orbit. I think 70,000 is considered a stable orbit. How much fuel we got? Not very much. So, what is our periapsis? Is 64,000. We need to get that to be bigger. So, when we get to the apoapsis, we need to burn again. And I don't think it's going to take much to make that stable. So yeah, if you dip below that, it won't degrade. Yeah, I'm sure you're right, Aaron, as well. So what I'm going to do is when we get to apoapsis, I'm just going to burn this engine for a little bit longer, because I don't think it's going to take much to bring that above 70K. I'm going to watch it go around here. I just hope I have enough fuel to kill that orbit. Okay, so we've got here 41 seconds to go. Where am I pointing? Oh, backwards. Shit. There we go. 21 seconds to go. 13, 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. So that did it. We got a stable orbit here. Our periapsis is at 122,749 meters. That is exciting as hell that we did it with this ship. Achieve goal. Look at that. So I wonder if we can increase one of them. How much fuel do we got left? Half a tank. Because it wants us to test that engine at 390,000 meters. I don't know that we're going to have enough to do that. If we burn at our periapsis, that should increase prograde at our periapsis, that should increase our apoapsis. We'll try it. We'll try it. So I think that there's probably good opportunity for good science at this height. Let's just see. Nothing. Must have been this high before. Reset. What about our barometer? Nothing. What if we EVA Mr. Let's do a crew report first. Nada. EVA Mr. Jebediah. We do have good science there. So we'll orbit here for a minute. It's gonna take a minute. What do we got? 16 minutes, so I'm just gonna maybe go fill up my drink while we complete this orbit. I'll advance time once I get back, but my drink is empty, so I'll top that up. I will be back in about 2 minutes. Check out that beautiful view. Isn't that gorgeous? Sometimes after a stressful flight like that, it's nice to just take a look around. See what we can see. But we're going to attempt to raise that apoapsis to a level that we can test that liquid fuel engine. I hope not to screw up our goal of achieving orbit. But let's just advance time a bit here. Otherwise we'll be sitting here forever. A minute. There we go. So if we go prograde here, that should increase our apoapsis. So we're just going to watch that apoapsis until it gets to 390,000 meters. Got 19 seconds to go there. 15, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for 360,000. Got it. Should still have enough fuel to kill our orbit and land. So 387,000 meters. So I think we just need to burn that engine. Activate the part through the staging sequence and all the conditions. Oh, that's the swivel. We don't have a swivel. Damn it. Well, you know what? We're going to ride this out to 387,000 and we're going to do the science there and see if we can't get some science experiments. So we're coming through to the dark side. Because it'll have to be at our periapsis that we burn retrograde to kill our orbit anyways. But I don't think I've ever been this far out, so should get some decent science from that. Let's just see. Lovely view. Yeah, so we got 15 science from that. Pressure readings, pressure data, 18 from that. Where is that thermometer? Here. 12 from that. And then we're going to take a crew report from way up here. 7 for that. And we're going to EVA Mr. Jeb and take a report as well. All from that. And on. And we'll orbit a little bit. Maybe take a screenshot. Got it. Take a swig. Check my messages. Off. Look at Jeb, he's just a smiling away in the corner here. We can go with his view too, for anyone who's tuning in. Not much to see in this, eh? Kerbal. Hey Dallas, welcome to the stream. KSP is one of my favorite games too. I picked it up, I think it was last holiday season, during the winter sale on Steam. For really, really cheap. I think it was like 20 bucks or 10 bucks or something like that. And I've probably put more hours into this game than any other game that I've played, and I still suck at it, but it's the challenge that's fun. That's what makes the game fun, so. We're trying to get to Moon. We just got our first stable orbit here of this game round. I don't know why. We're going to ride this out to our periapsis, and then we're going to burn retro and kill our orbit and land our ship. So I'm going to advance time here till we get close to our periapsis. 15 minutes. Eight minutes. Okay. Flip the ship around. And we'll watch the countdown. "15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Orbital, that'll do it. Won't put us on land though. It's still gonna put us in the water. Hopefully drag fixes that. Ditch that now though. Enjoy the ride in. Got a pile of science data to bring back with us, so that's exciting. We should be able to unlock the next level of MechJeb. Hoping. That should make some orbital flights a lot easier. I have a feeling when we get back, one of our next missions is going to be a head to Moon, so we can try for a flyby or something like that. I think we need a total of like 5,000 delta, maybe 5,500, something like that. I've got a chart, but it's in my filing cabinet, and I'll spend hours digging through that to find it. So. We might as well advance time a little bit, because this is going to be a long ride in. It's going to kill our advance time once we get suborbital anyways, but our current altitude. Yeah, see there, it killed our speed because we're 68,000 meters now. Burn the ship retrograde so that the heat shield catches the air right. Don't lose any of that wicked science we have. Yeah, I can't say enough about KSP. It is just an amazingly made game. If you're a science geek or into rocketry, I loved rocketry when I was a kid. Everything about it just tickled me, and this is like a dream come true for someone like me. We get to build rockets and fly them and see all these different places. It's just super exciting. Okay, we're picking up some heat now. Coming in hot. I think we'll be okay. Oh, might lose some science experiments. Don't do it, don't do it. Don't do it. Woo. That was close. That was really, really close. We'll be okay, though. We'll be okay. About to come under 10,000 meters. And our shoot deploying. There we have it. We'll advance time a little bit to bring that down, otherwise we'll be floating forever. Alright, coast the rest of the way down. Here we have it. Recover our vessel. We got 113 science out of that. That was a pretty good run. Neat. Got some funds, and Jebediah gained some XP. Sweet. Let's warp to the next morning so it's daytime. You can see a little bit more. I'm not sure that that's going to be enough to upgrade our VAB. Yeah, it will, but it's not going to give us enough money to do anything. We won't, but we'll go to mission control and see what we got. We do have Explore the Moon. pass by it. So we do a flyby of the moon. I think we'll take that. I think we can safely do that where we're at now. I don't know. We'll go to R&D. At 90 points to spend. I think that we've got enough fuel that we can do a flyby. That we don't need the skipper and poodle, so I'm going to take this advanced flight control. It's going to give us some RCS control, which is going to be huge. And it's going to give us the next level of MechJeb as well. Thanks, Dallas. Yeah, that was sweet. So we're going to go to our VAB now, and we're going to build our next rocket. And I really, really liked this design. This had a whole pile of DV. We're going to have to switch out MechJeb. I don't know if that automatically upgrades. We're going to have a look at that. Yeah, MechJeb 2. That on there. And we're going to want to put some RCS on this guy for sure. That should give us enough RCS to do what we need to do. We're gonna have to get rid of another part though. Just so that we can throw on a monopropellant tank, because we don't have any monopropellant. So what are we gonna get rid of? Let's get rid of this guy right here. 29 and 4,400. Switch that to single part. So 3,800 dB. Let's try that. I don't think this is gonna work, but we'll see. Let's see, yes, because we leveled up Jeb, we do have prograde and retrograde. And we also have our RCS control as well. I don't want to burn all that fuel, but it's good control too, so. That happened last time too. We lost an engine this time. I don't think we're gonna make moon. We ain't doing shit this time. Trick, we ain't doing shit. We're about to blow up. Yeah, let's just revert that back to the BAB. We have got some critical failures here. I think if we were to swap this back to having that one additional engine for fuel tank, and we made it a double, and we removed one of these and made it a 3, yeah, see, we got 4,200 now. I think we'll be better off. That maxes us out still. And I don't know... I think if we moved these up, the decouplers up, and attached them higher, like up here, so I think if we gotta set these up in a way that I can attach both of them. Two engines with this? Still at 4,300 dV, and that should give us enough leeway that we can detach us.
That's why you party? Boy, you really are 17.
Why do you party?
To get riggedy wrecked.
Hey, thanks for subscribing, bud. Appreciate it. So that should give us enough to have a flyby still, I hope. It's ugly as sin, but it should get us there. I'm gonna save this, and before we launch, I'm just gonna run upstairs and grab something for my little kidlet, and then we're gonna launch to Moon and see if we can fly by. So bear with me, I'll be back in 2 minutes. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. So we just want to have a look here. I want to make this look better because it's freaking ugly as sin. we're going to look at our thrust weight ratio here and make some adjustments because we cut out 2 engines. So we're going to want to increase the thrust of these because they're way low. 0.2. 2.5 is good. We'll adjust this one here down a little bit. That's probably good there. And because we're going to be in space, we'll maybe adjust these ones. These ones are already adjusted quite low, but I don't think they need to be that high. There. Just going to make maneuvering with them quite a bit easier. We'll get a lot more oomph out of them, what I'm saying. Okay, so that is what we're gonna fly this mission. Save it, go to the launch pad, and see where we get. Alright, there we are. He's a thing of beauty. That up. Turn SAS on, turn RCS on, launch the sucker. A 100 meters per second will make our gravity turn. She's cockeyed though. Oh, good lord. He is cockeyed. Bring her back on course. That's close enough. Holy crap. Holy crap. That was a failure and a half. Good God, that was a failure and a half. We ain't getting anywhere like this. We got 70 there. We are wanting to find the moon. Where's moon? There it is there. I don't know why we can't set the moon as a target. We don't have that ability yet, apparently. And we're well past our apoapsis. Well, shit, we're just gonna crash back into the planet. I think we'll just revert our flight here. And we'll get some additional science. I don't know why. We don't have the ability to create any kind of targets. I just want to leave the VAB for a sec here. That might be a mission control thing. Flight planning, yeah. Let's upgrade that. We've got the cash for that. We'll go to the VAB and have a look at this vehicle too, because it was a disaster. I want to move these. Oops. We're going to turn these around a bit. Gotta move these down a bit. Oh, fuck off. Okay. So that is what we're going to try to fly with. We should be able to create a flight plan now, so hopefully that does it. Here we are, full throttle, SAS on, leave RCS off for now. Beautiful launch so far. We'll start our turn. beautiful thing so far. Those guys, that was beautiful. Shit! That was a fucking failure. What happened there? Perfect weather trick. I got this. That was a failure. Look at this thing. Like a wet noodle. Brutal. Physics. It's physics trick. I think there's not enough oomph here yet. We're gonna crack these down 60%. And then I think the problem is that we're not out of the atmosphere. And so there isn't any control on the craft. So if we were trying to think of what I can get rid of, but there's nothing really that I can get rid of. So I could add some fins to the craft. I think it's going to come down to how I fly the craft. We'll try again. I want to look at some of my mech jeb settings because we do have flight planning now, so I should have window. Good. I thought I had the ability to input targets and things like that. Apparently I don't. So we're fucked. We're gonna try it again. SAS. We're gonna hit RCS on here shortly. Once we start our roll, we'll hit RCS on. I turned RCS on already, so once we get to 100 meters per second, we'll start our roll. Start our roll. 60 degrees. Leave it. Gravity's already pulling us down. We're going to have to crank that up to full. Stability. What is our Apple at? That's 24,000. Really don't even think we're gonna make orbit with this sucker. Just not high enough. This space vehicle sucks, guys. Legit. And we'll land on land. I'm going to revert this. And I am going to turn the spacecraft. Oh, bog logo. Sweet. Vehicle assembly. What I wanted to do was turn the craft around. And we're going to launch and we're going to go land in the North Pole. Since this is such a shitty spacecraft. Oh, or the South Pole. That's okay too. Some science from exploring the world. The problem is these two little tiny rockets. They just don't give enough acceleration. Period. See, now we're all fucked up. Prograde, don't fuck around. Prograde. Yeah, I think it is too low. What we're trying to do right now is just get into a different area, which we're not going to do. Oh, this is brutal. Revert flight to vehicle assembly. Let's look at what our thrust weight ratios are. So this second stage is 1.13, which is obviously way too low for what the ship needs. Let's try that. Thanks for the tip, MMBO, Bovo. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate it. Just that up. We were wanting to launch on a moon trajectory, but we'll launch this trajectory anyways. See if it's any better. .6? I've always aimed for 1.3 or 1.5 when I launch, so thanks for that tip. We'll try it for sure. I don't know why I always thought, like, I mean, anything above 1 is supposed to be able to launch you, right? As far as I know. But yeah, I suppose you want about 1.5 times, right? Or 1.6 times. And that's where it all fucks up. I don't know. Must be too much thrust there. Louise. This rocket is an utter and total failure. I need to advance my VAB, but I don't have enough cash to even do that. So the question is, do I sacrifice rep for a little extra cash? Or like 10,000, eh? Or 15,000? I don't have that much rep, that's the problem. I don't know that I like this launch vehicle. After 6,000? 1.7. You have to lower the TFO, you need to climb even higher. Okay. See, if I'm looking here on the stream at my TWR, I've got 1.5, at least 1.5 throughout up to the upper stage. So do you launch at 90 degrees all the way up to 6,000? And then maybe I need to up this to 1.7 then. Okay, so the first stage is 1.7. It's going to give us 1 minute and 11 seconds. We'll try this awesome information we have from Bovo. Try it out. Or just answering a message to my gaming group of friends. Fucking spaceflight, their Royal SK requires concentration. Jesus. Trick, I don't have, so if you look here, oh, I can't show you here, but with this current vehicle assembly building, I only have a limit of 30 parts I can use. And I've used all 30 of those parts. Otherwise, I'd add cones to these engines and fins and all that shit. But I need more money. And to get more money, we need to fly by moon. We're going to try Bo's advice and launch to 6,000 meters before we start our turn. thin the atmosphere out. 5,000 meters. Now we're at 6,000. We'll start turning to about 80 degrees. Ship's moving all kind of fucking ways. See, I hate VIP ferrying because I don't know any of the locations. That's my problem. Oh shit. We screwed that up. Screwed that up royally. Definitely ain't making moon now, boys. We'll make orbit, though. We'll make orbit. Yeah, I know that. I do get that 70K. But we lost those two engines in that fuel tank before it was empty. And I don't know that we even have the ability to set a target yet. Where's Moon? Yeah, we can't even set a target yet, so we're pretty well screwed for getting to Moon. But we can burn prograde to our apoapsis and try to circularize this. We got 15 seconds to apoapsis. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't think we'll circularize. I really don't. Now we're toast. Suborbital at best. Let's revert this. There's a serious design flaw with this rocket. And I think it has to do with the engines that are on it. There isn't enough oomph. Because I added this RCS. We get rid of that RCS. And we add 4 of these. That's going to give us 4,100 delta V. So what we can do is, my thought is to add another fuel tank to the next stage. Add one of these guys. 4,400. So it's too heavy. We're not gaining that much. Let's add a smaller tank. 4,400. We at here? 4,200. So we'll benefit from the bigger tank for sure. We're at 4,400 with 2, and we adjust our thrust limit. 26. Up to 100, and then I'm gonna throttle it back right from the get-go. See what that does. Okay. So we'll set these 4 engines to maybe a third. Oh shit. We got that monopropellant tank. We don't want that. Revert flight. Sorry guys. We do not need the monopropellant tank. That'll save us some thrust. And allow us one more part. I don't think we need it. Okay. From SAS, RCS. Stability assist. We'll go down to a third. No, we don't even have enough thrust to get off the ground. Try again. Try again. We'll jump this throttle up to maybe half. That should be enough to get us off. Hopefully. Oh yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. As long as that solid fuel is burning before our liquid, that's the main thing. And it isn't at all. So we're going to throttle it back. Over to about 90. There we go. 70. So our liquid fuel is going to run out way before our solid. Yeah, we're falling now. We cut the thrust on these solid boosters way earlier than we should have. We're gonna have to look at our threats. You might. Four SRBs. That's not a bad idea. So what do you use for liquid fuel on your first stage? Because I do have a swivel on my second stage. This is a swivel here. So I'll just wait for your input here. So you don't use any liquid at all. Interesting. That'll save us on parts for sure. So if we add some fuel this stage. And then we add, what do we have for parts here? So we had 4 couplers. We had 4 boosters. Jesus. We have 4 boosters. That's like 5400 DV. Yeah, that's hardcore, man. Hardcore. I dig it. That allows us 3 more parts. I can't put cones on. But we have no control. What do you use for control? Just the SRBs? Or the RCS for control? Because I can add 2 more RCS here. That's going to give us more control. I don't have any RCS. So I can add 2 RCS and some monopropellant for control. Reaction wheels, eh? I've got an inline stabilizer and 1 inline reaction wheel. So where do you place your reaction wheels? At the top or at the bottom of the rocket? Okay, so should I nix one of the fuel tanks I have? And add a reaction wheel? I'm assuming the reaction wheel goes at the top of the rocket, right? By RCS you mean the reaction wheel, right? Not an actual RCS motor? Near the pilot. So I'll throw the reaction wheel between the decoupler. Oh, this is a tiny one, eh? I think we'll throw it above. We've got 2 more parts, so I'm assuming we want to use those as fins. And where would I put those fins? At the bottom, I'm assuming. DV. Controllers. So, do I need to remove one of the fuel tanks so I can have 4 fins? Because I'm over parts. I've only got 30 parts here, right? And I'm at 32. So I gotta get rid of two things. So it's either two fins or I get rid of a fuel tank and something else. Okay, but on my second stage, oh, I gotta adjust my second stage fuel. Raise that up to that 0.8. 1.4. Okay, well, we'll try it. I gotta get rid of two fins though. Right, I'm still 2 parts too long. I can't have 4 fins. I don't have RCS though. I've only got the reaction wheel. So I got to remove some science, and I don't want to do that. Or remove a fuel tank and something else. But we do have we got 3 of the big fuel tanks here. Without fins? Or with 2 fins? Let's go without fins. But we have no control though, right? On this first stage, we got no control at all. That's why we need the fins. Or the reaction wheels will do that. The reaction wheels will do that. So let's save it. Launch. We'll try it. I'm trusting you, Bovo. I'm trusting you. Trusting you. Yeah, that's my problem. I just don't have the cash to do it right now, right? And I usually do that too. I usually do that too. See, I've got no attitude control at all right now. We're going straight up. And we're arcing over the opposite direction of where we want to be. Oh, this kills me. We're going the fucking wrong way. Let's roll the craft. We're going backwards. Oh fuck. We're screwed. We're screwed. Straight back into the ground. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I need to sacrifice some of my reputation and unlock the additional parts. Because I don't think we can do it. I really don't. Without RCS. Unless we add 2 fins and hope for the best. We'll try that first. We'll add 2 fins. So there's 2 fins. I don't think they're gonna do shit, but we're gonna try it. We got some control. We're arcing like a son of a bitch. This is not a pretty launch, guys. Not a pretty launch. Shit! It wasn't bad, but come on. Shuddering? Well, this is not a bad launch, I suppose. As far as launches go, for me anyways. We made orbit anyways. Just waiting for a moon to come up so that we can fire towards it. Can't quite remember if we need to fire straight towards it or straight above it. I see moon though. Just wait until we get to where our apoapsis here. In seconds, we're gonna want to burn. Five, four, three, two, one. We're gonna hit it. We're gonna burn towards moon. I don't think so though, Trick. That section that gets all spaghettified and wonky. Oh fuck, we're fucked. We need fins somewhere on the section that gets all wonky. We need more control. You see, There's way too much thrust here. The thrust weight ratio on this first section, brutal. And we're at our max of parts. How much cash we have? 220. Let's see what we need to sacrifice some of our rep cash. Let's just see. Yeah, you missed a lot. We're trying to figure out how to launch a ship to orbit Moon. We're gonna try a bailout grant, get some cash. 50 grand. We don't even have that much rep. Brutal. I'm not too sure how you cancel them. Or we don't have enough of anything to do anything. 225. We're $5,000 short. Are you shitting me? $5,000 short. We might get some cash if we go north. Well, we'll get science. Let's see what happens when we adjust these down to 1.5. I think we got too much thrust. Let's see what we got when we do this. It's not going well. It's not going well. Rest in peace, Kerbal's trick. You're right. I think we had too much thrust on our solid rocket boosters. I think that's what we had. I don't even think, we don't have any RCS, we just got inline. Reaction wheels there that Move told us to do. But we're almost at 6,000 feet. We're going to start our roll here. We can't do that at all. We've got no control over this son of a bitch. We'll just wait till our solid rocket fuel burns out. It wasn't so bad. Yeah, 4 was a bit much. We're gonna make orbit though. We'll make 70,000. But how do I aim at moon to get to moon? That's the question. Just high or just low? I don't see moon yet, so. Oh yeah, moon is way friggin' behind us. How close are we to apoapsis? Let's just first circularize. We're on a bit of a crazy trajectory right now. 16, 15, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. At 100,000 first? Good to know. Now that we're at 70K. Watching my liquid fuel here. I can't pin anything though, that's the weird thing. I still don't have the ability to pin anything. I'm fucked here. I don't know why that I don't have the ability to pin anything. I tried to do it in my path and I couldn't. So is it my game? Is it glitching or what's the Sorry, I'm just reading a message here. Yeah, I'm burning up because I'm not. There's not enough delta V on the upper stages to keep pushing through the atmosphere. So I think that I might need to sacrifice some weight. We pull this off here and put maybe a lighter fuel tank. Actually, if we switch this one out. For a lighter fuel tank. Attach that one. And attach here. I think we'll have less weight to deal with, and so maybe a little bit more control. At the same time, we ditch the reaction wheel and maybe the heat shield. I don't think we need heat shields with this setup. We can add some extra fins so we'll have more control. Let's try that. Aerodynamics. We got 4 fins. We got pretty good TWR. Let's try that. I think we're gonna have a good rocket here. Yeah, frag space. It's good. Physics. Figure it out. You work in a fucking mine. You should know math. I jest, but I do think you're really smart. I envy you. You get to escape the world. So I don't think we're going to have much control until these solid rocket fuel boosters are out of fuel, but we're going to try. We're going to wait till we're closer to 6,000 meters before we start our turn, just like Mobo told us. We're nearing 6,000. Here we go. We're not turning at all. No, we're pushing the wrong button. That's why. Fuck me. I gotta stop drinking. That's my problem. I'm gonna revert to launch. And start again, because I am drunk and I pushed the wrong button. That's how she goes when you're playing KSP. One wrong button and you're screwed. It's 1,000 meters. $3,000, 4,000, 5,000. We start our turn here. We can't do nothing. 7,000. We got no control. Well, shit. We should be pretty much out of the atmosphere though, so that's good news. Yeah, these are the controllable surface ones, I think, no? I'll have to look on our next launch. I thought they were. I mean, we're well out of the atmosphere now. We haven't used hardly any fuel, so we're gonna raise our aqua access to about 100,000, just like Momo said. Yeah, at 100 meters is what I thought. But I cut the engines here at 100,000 or 100 kilometers, 100,000 meters. And we're gonna circularize there. And Kenzio, thanks for joining us. I appreciate the feedback. I usually try my gravity turns at 100 meters per second. I had a new suggestion that said try 6,000 meters. We tried it. I mean, we are gunning out of the atmosphere right now, so we're gonna see where we're at with this turn. I'm going to hit my RCS to prograde, and when we get to our apoapsis, I'm going to circularize and see where that gets us. The issue here, Kenzio, is that we don't have more than 30 parts to build with, so we're really, really limited with what we can do. We do have a pile of fuel on board, though. 37 seconds to apoapsis. $20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, see, our angle is way too steep. $30 seconds, eh? I'll try that next launch. See, I think I'm cutting it too soon, right? Thanks for joining, Kenzio. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's definitely not enough to circularize, I don't think. Definitely not enough. Yeah, we are burning up the son of a bitch. Back to vehicle assembly. These wingtips we have. Found at the roadside. They're the wrong ones, aren't they? We'll use these guys that have ailerons on them. We were using the wrong ones, guys. Yes, I figured that, Mbovo. I figured that. We'll try these Delta Deluxe winglets. I think that was most of our problems, that we had no control. We should have way better control now. I just saved this. I'm just going to take a quick break to run to the washroom and grab another drink, and I'll be right back. Okay, a couple more launches and we're going to shut her down. I think we fixed this design though. I think we're going to be able to launch fairly successfully, 5,300 meters per second. We should be able to do a flyby. We'll see what we can do. Okay, here we are. I didn't even look at my TWRs. I think we're okay though. SAS on. Let's launch. Meters per second, we'll start our turn. Starting to roll. Switch to prorate at this point. Just follow the trajectory down. We've got a pretty good gravity turn at this point. We're gonna let our Apoapis run to around about 100,000 meters ish. There we go. We've got a couple minutes before we reach Apoapsis and we circularize. Minute and 12. $51. We'll start burning at around 20, I think. 30 should be okay, but well, we'll go 25. 25.
Mm-hmm.
30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, burning. We're gonna lose the engine right away here. Got a good periapsis. I'm just trying to find. Why can I not target the moon? Can't target anything yet. Yee, Louise. I kind of know where we want to burn. We're here. We're going to want to burn roughly like here. Or here to get to the moon. At prograde. We want to be able to see the moon. We're burning towards it. Jeez Louise. Start to prograde, that's what's the problem. Basically a straight shot. Now what's going on here? I'm waiting for the slingshot, I guess. Oh fuck, we lost everything here. Alright guys. It is apparent that I'm way too drunk to play this game. I can't even fly my ship normally. But I hear one of our members, Trick, is going to do some Euro Truck Simulator, which I'm really excited to see. You can watch us floating along here for a few more seconds. But I am done for the evening. It's 11:33. Bitter Goods Gaming, Trick. You're going to be taking over the stream. He's going to do something for you guys. I don't know what it's going to be. PUBG, Euro Truck Simulator. I'm hoping Euro Truck Simulator. We've had a lot of requests for that. It's been a popular stream. My name is Rstar26, and I am again with Bitter Old Goons Gaming. I hope you enjoyed your evening of Kerbal Space Program. I'm hoping the next time we play, we can get ourselves to the moon and land a ship on it. I know that's what I've been saying. It's a little more difficult than I thought, but the challenge is greatly appreciated. Thanks for tuning in. Again, I'm Rstar26, Bitter Old Goons Gaming. Stay bitter and have a great evening. Take care. Goodbye.